Now at 10, this is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Thanks for joining us here on the Fox 61 News at 10. On CW20, I'm Sarah Sanchez. We begin tonight remembering a man who made his mark on Hartford and New England. Thurman Milner died today. He was mayor of Hartford in the 80s and so much more. Milner was the first black mayor in New England to be elected by popular vote, a state senator and representative. He's being fondly remembered tonight.
We've lost a great leader. But one of the things that I think we as a community, we as people have to do is remember their legacy and remember the kind of things that they would want us to learn so that we can pass that down to others.
Fox 61's Kay Pattyfoot spoke with those who knew him and about his legacy.
Trailblazer, civil rights and community activist, former state senator and representative are just a few titles former Hartford Mayor Thurman Milner held. He passed away on Friday, and now the community in Hartford are remembering his legacy, one story at a time.
And I had the opportunity actually to run with Thurman Milner for what we call town committee office years ago.
Former District 1 State Representative Kenneth Green is remembering his former mentor, Thurman Milner.
My first adventure into politics was basically, a young person, independent, to try to change the system. And he and Wilbur Smith, Thurman Milner and Wilbur Smith, I think saw something in me and really brought me under their wing and really got me involved in how to do organized politics, how to get involved in the system, and how to run races and win races.
NAACP Greater Hartford Branch President Corey Betts says he will always remember what it was like seeing a black man campaign for office.
I was only 10 years old, but I can remember that day or being out there on those days in Unity Plaza. And now here, fast forward, I'm in Unity Plaza every Wednesday for Wake Up Wednesday, looking to do the work that he did, bringing people together and having the community come together in supporting one another.
Milner was an accomplished activist, politician, author, trailblazer from the north end of Hartford. For Hartford native Bridget Prince, Milner gave her a sense of pride while serving in the Army when she was stationed in Germany in 1982. She recalled a time she saw the city featured in Ebony magazine.
At the time, Ebony magazine was the #1 black publisher in the whole world.
As she flipped through, she saw Milner, the city of Hartford, and other successful black people featured.
And I look in the table of contents, it says Hartford, where blacks are making political gain. I'm like, okay. I read the article. On the front page is a picture of Mayor Thurman Milner. It was such a feeling of accomplishment, a feeling of pride, a feeling of inspiration to see Hartford, Connecticut, and to see Mayor Thurman Milner and to read about what he was really doing for the people.
Mr. Milner passed away at age 91, and some people say they'll always remember him as the mayor for everyone. In Hartford, Kay Pattyfoot, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Thank you, Kay. And Governor Ned Lamont had this reflection today. Quote, as a mayor, state representative, and state senator, he used his influence to enact positive change in Hartford, particularly focusing many of his efforts on the need to ensure all children, no matter their family's income level or the neighborhood where they grew up, have access to a quality education that prepares them for success. His passing is a true loss. Other local and state leaders have reacted to his death today. You can learn more about Thurman Milner and his legacy at our website, fox61.com. New at 10 here, you still have almost 2 hours to shop on your phone, tablet, or your laptop because Black Friday is drawing to a close. The National Retail Federation estimates more than 183 million people will have shopped today and tomorrow and right through Cyber Monday. Fox 61's Kayla Cade found shoppers at the West Farms Mall this morning waiting in line instead of online.
Christmas is less than 4 weeks away, and people are out here shopping at West Farms Mall buying presents for themselves or their loved ones. The calm before the storm.
There's a lot of people, and it's easier to get what you want, when there's less people in there.
And that's why Kenya got here early for Black Friday.
I've been here since 5 a.m. to get a good parking space and shop till I drop and then go home.
She urges others to do the same and know what you want before going into the store.
Go to the big department stores, which is Macy's or Nordstrom's, but Nordstrom's opens at 9, Macy's opens at 6, and that makes it so much more convenient.
She already bought some items from Macy's.
They have great sales. The salespeople are very nice.
And has plans to buy more.
A lot of men's clothes and men's cologne. And I have to shop for a watch. I'm going to hit up Kate Spade. They know me. And then I'm going to go to Macy's, the men's shop.
Other families got here early to try and beat the crowd. One group was walking up with matching t-shirts that say Black Friday Shopping Crew.
It was actually Cheryl's idea to get shirts and come along and have a great day shopping and getting some bargains.
Gina Kim was able to find some items she liked.
We bought some clothes at Macy's. Comb was having a great sale too, so I bought my favorite mascara and my favorite lipsticks.
Kent and her friends and family have been shopping together for a few years, and it's a tradition for them to shop in person instead of online.
So that we can see and feel, and sizes aren't always accurate too, so being here is fun, and being with our friends and family is an amazing time.
Black Friday discounts will last throughout the weekend. In West Hartford, Kayla Cade, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Long holiday weekend is just beginning. I kept feeling like today was Saturday, but it's not. It's only Friday. Let's check in with meteorologist Sam Sampiri for a first look at the forecast. Seeing you too on a Friday, Sam, that also makes it feel like a Saturday.
I know, exactly. And you know, the whole thing is we're getting some snow now too. Imagine that. Kind of getting the Christmas spirit, the holiday spirit here. A couple of snow flurries, snow showers rolling on by northwestern Connecticut. Incredible how last night's model run was right on target. It was going to come in around this time. And you could see up through Norfolk, Route 44 there going in the Heartland, down into Torrington towards Canton there. A couple of snow flurries. You might see a few flakes flying in the air. There's the composite radar, a little front sort of moving in. And boy, there's a lot of cold air in Canada here. Big swirling upper level low, lake effect snows, and we're just going to continue to have this northwest flow for days and days. So for tonight into tomorrow morning, it's going to clear out, and temperatures are going to bottom out in the 20s. Right now, we're 29 in Winstead to 38 Hartford to 40 in New Haven. We see everybody else basically in the upper 20s to lower and middle 30s across most areas. And we have a bit of a wind, about 5 to 10 miles per hour. There's a wind chill out there. Temperatures overnight into the 20s to near 30. During the day tomorrow, sunshine. Sun coming up at 6:58. It's brisk and chilly, that winter chill in the air, sundown at 4:21. This is downtown Hartford. A lot of you, northwestern Connecticut, staying in to those 30s. And you can see the temperatures across the eastern or the western half of the state, basically 35 to 42. Coming up, I'll detail the weekend. We'll talk about next week. Is there any snow in the forecast? I'm talking about a blanket of snow. Details coming up in a few minutes. Sarah.
All right. Thank you, Sam. Well, a tragic loss is felt tonight from Bloomfield to Manchester. A high school football player has died, and we're told he died during practice. The unnamed student athlete collapsed Wednesday night, could not be revived by first responders. The junior had just recently transferred from Bloomfield to Manchester High School. We're told counselors will be on hand on Monday for students. And in a joint statement by the interim superintendent and town manager, officials say in part, quote, "This tragic loss has deeply affected our community, and our thoughts are with the family during this difficult time." 2 people are recovering in the hospital tonight, hurt in a house fire in Wallingford. This is what firefighters found when they arrived at the scene on Old Colony Road around 1 this afternoon. Crews say something around the back of the home exploded. One person living in the home and a firefighter were taken to the hospital. No word on their conditions, but first responders also assisted kittens who were inside the home. Fox 61 follow-up for you here. A house fire in Weston we reported last night. Well, investigators now believe it started when people were deep frying a turkey in the garage, and then those flames spread from the garage to the house. The Weston Volunteer Fire Department shared these photos on their Facebook page. You can't even tell it's a house. Look at those flames. Crews battled the flames for more than 16 hours. At one point, a car drove over a fire hose and that damaged it, causing a delay in the firefight. This hour, though, we don't know of any injuries. That's scary stuff. The minority leader of the U.S. House of Representatives has responded tonight after the Connecticut Congressional House delegation received bomb threats on Thanksgiving Day. To get you up to speed here, 5 U.S. representatives were targeted with bomb threats to their homes in New Haven, Vernon, Wolcott, Greenwich, and East Hartford. Those names include Rosa DeLauro, Joe Courtney, Johanna Hayes, Jim Himes, and John Larson. We still don't know if all 5 incidents are connected, though. Fox 61 reached out to the New Haven FBI, and a spokesperson told us the FBI is working with state and local partners on the matter. No further details will be released at this time. In a statement today, House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries said House Democrats will not be deterred or intimidated from serving the people by violent threats. We've been in close communication with the Sergeant at Arms office, and it's imperative Congress provide maximum protection for all members and their families moving forward, end quote. Connecticut leaders are warning about an increase in using buy now, pay later plans. New data from Adobe Analytics says it's more appealing for Americans who feel the effects of inflation or have high credit card debt. But Connecticut Senator Richard Blumenthal says some programs market themselves as interest-free, but actually have hidden fees and few protections. The senator is asking for the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau to crack down on these buy now, pay later groups.
These rights have to be enforced. Consumers may be unable to do it themselves. That's why the CFPB should crack down on any enforcement violations. And the billions of dollars that will be spent by consumers, literally $1 billion this coming Monday, deserves protection.
Senator Blumenthal wants Connecticut shoppers to be aware of their rights, including the right to a refund, payment deadlines, and penalty/interest rates. New tonight, a Massachusetts man was arrested after police say he drove the wrong way on I-395 in Norwich and then sped from town to town. This happened early in the morning of November 11th. The driver of a Ford Focus was driving southbound in the northbound lanes, going from Montville to Waterford, where a trooper finally got the driver to stop. The woman in the passenger seat turned over the keys. Investigators say David Valkin of Mattapan, Massachusetts, failed a sobriety test and is now facing several charges.